Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Vanillaraccoon and welcome to the Minecraft Survival Let's Play. In this episode, we are going to be establishing a small tree farm, and we're also going to be going on an adventure to an Ice Spikes biome, so that way we can acquire some of the resources that we're going to need to make this small tree farm. But also, whilst we're on an adventure, we are going to be looking for a jungle, so that way we can acquire some things from that we can bring back with us, such as jungle tree saplings along with cocoa beans, and hopefully fit some kitty cats, ocelots. That's what they're called, not kitty cats. Or, well, maybe they are kitty cats. Feel free to let me know down below in the comment section what you refer to them as. Now, as you may be able to tell, there is a phantom nearby, and just before I started to record, well, get myself ready to record, it was nighttime and some phantoms had spawned, and that was when I was clearing out the trees over there, and I had to quickly make my way over to the phantom grinder that we established a few episodes back. But when I was doing so, I made my way through our man-made cave system, and this guy followed me in, and I don't think he's all there, if you know what I mean. I think he's a little slow in figuring out how to get out of here. But seeing as how this is a phantom, and the word phantom alone makes me think of Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, I went ahead and just grabbed one of the many name tags that I acquired from AFK Fishing and decided to name him Maul, as in Darth Maul, who actually is one of my favorite Sith Lords, mainly because he looked pretty cool and also had the double-bladed lightsaber. But seeing as how it's also getting close to be dusk, and I actually would like to lay my head to rest so that I can make it the day, I'm going to go ahead and get myself ready for this adventure, and when I bring it back, we're most likely going to be a good portion into this trip. Alright, so on the second monitor, I have Mine Atlas pulled up, and I'm looking at my world via Mine Atlas. I'll be sure to drop a link to this website that you can use for your own single player world or server/realm that you play on, so that way it can make finding things a little bit easier. But according to Mine Atlas, the first stop that we're going to be making on this adventure is in a mesa biome. Let me go ahead and just bring up the F3 screen real quick. Okay, so this is technically the wooded badlands plateau, and then if we just quickly make our way down through here, is it eventually going to tell us? Okay, no, we're in the Badlands. Wait, I thought this was technically a mesa. Anyways, let's go ahead and just remove the F3 screen, because the reason why I want to bring it back here is because even though I came from that direction, as I was beginning to make my way up and around this hillside, I first noticed that minecart. Now, my first thought was, why is there a chest and a minecart just randomly sitting out here? But then as I continued to make my way around, that's when I saw these spruce planks, and then I said to myself, oh, well, here's a mine shaft. So I just wanted to quickly go through this with you on camera. I'm not going to explore the whole thing because I am a little pressed for time with recording this video, but I thought I would at least just go ahead and quickly explore this on camera. And actually, this looks like it's it. Okay, that's not bad. So in one of these tunnels that's facing north and south is where I'm going to be establishing a nether portal. Now, if I go ahead and just quickly press the T as in Timothy key, you'll see that I've made the advancement. We need to go deeper, so I've already gone into the nether and set up a nether portal that we can use at the NPC village, both in the overworld and also in the nether. But oh, hey, look, little tropical fish, how are you doing today? So let me go ahead and, like I just said a few times by now, establish a nether portal, so that way it'll make getting from here to the NPC village a little bit more easier and time efficient, and then I'll bring it back when we're at our next visit. I gotta admit, the fact that Optifine has a way of letting even leaf blocks have varying textures really is impressive and cool, at least in my own opinion, because look at all of the trees surrounding us. Normally, they wouldn't be these multiple shades of green, but I do think that is something from Optifine. So it's the little things in life that I genuinely appreciate. But here's the jungle. Now, it wasn't until I was nearing it that I had realized that I forgot my fish. So unfortunately, at least during this trip out to the jungle, we're not going to be able to tame any ocelots to bring back with us so that they can scare off any and all creepers that seem to be lurking within NPC village. Quite a few times now, off camera obviously, I've had some creepers come through and think that it's okay to just try and give me a hug and then go boom. So yeah, that's one of the reasons why I wanted to come out here. But just look at the leaves, dude. Look at the leaves and how cool and how much character they add to the trees, let alone the better leaf bushiness that we have thanks to System C Film of the Nilla art team. But, oh, wait a minute, peeps. There's a new mob that you can find in the jungle. The parrot. Oh man, I am so underprepared for this trip out to the jungle, but for another time at least. So what I'm just gonna do real quick, because again I am still pressed for time and I want to make sure I get this video out to you on Friday the 31st of August 2018, and I want to just go ahead and just quickly not chop down, what was that sound? Did you guys hear it? I heard something that sounded like a psh noise. I just want to go ahead and not chop down, relocate a few jungle trees so that we can gather some saplings and bring them back with us along with their leaves. And do I have vines? No, for some odd reason I do not have vines. So let me go ahead, just remove the elder guardian head, put on my cow head, become one with the moo-moos and graze along the pasture here, and I'll see you guys when we're finally at the Ice Spikes Plains biome. It is times like these where I truly wish that I had a pair of beetle wings. That way it would make my great trek back to the NPC village, or the starting point of this adventure, a whole lot easier, because we are now at the Ice Spikes biome. Well, we're at the nether portal that will take us to the Ice Spikes biome over in the overworld. So let's just go ahead and make our way through the wormhole. And this is a little interesting in terms of the world generation. Okay, I did not anticipate it to be nighttime. Let's just go ahead and quickly throw our adventure bed down. If we could just, okay, that's an interesting bug, shall we call it that? All right, let's go ahead and just plop it down right there and lay our head to rest so that we can make it the day. But the road generation here is a little interesting because, as you can tell, well, here's the ice spikes, and then over there we have some trees, so that's pretty cool. But if we just make our way down this hillside, because we are rather high up in elevation, and I did so for a few reasons that I'll get into later on down the road, but oh, that's a pretty nifty ice spikes. It's a little funky looking, but that's pretty cool. I didn't know they could take that shape and reach that high up. Kind of like how spruce trees do, actually, come to think of it. But here we are in an Ice Spikes biome, and then what do you know? Just across the riverbed, we have a flower forest. I mean, I guess that's a nice transition in terms of a warm Hello, little chicken. Welcome to the world. I guess that's a reasonable transition from a warm biome into this, what you would consider to be sub-zero, freezing, Planet Hoth-like biome. But I want to go ahead and begin to mine up some of the packed ice, and then I'll make my way back to the NPC village. And from there, I think, just to cut some time for this video, I'm going to go ahead and build the small tree farm off camera and then showcase it. And then from there, that'll pretty much do it for this episode. So I'll see you guys when all of that is said and done. Well, I've done it again, and I've acquired a new mob head, and in this particular case, it is of a magma, which means I have made my way into the nether and have safely returned. And for those of you who are wondering what is going on over there, well, we're going to get to that in just a moment, but I wanted to just quickly showcase this tiny little build because I don't think I properly did so in a previous video. But basically what I've done here that's different from the two houses that we have over there is that instead of using cobblestone for the walls, I've decided to just use dark oak logs, and then for the horizontally placed dark oak logs, I went ahead and took my axe and right clicked on them so that I could turn them into stripped dark oak logs. And I think that actually looks pretty nice, and we even have the use of spruce trapdoors right there on the sides along with right here to create some type of a small little compartment. Now, as I mentioned throughout this video, I wanted to make a tree farm, and I've gone ahead and done so. And in the event that you missed it, I basically built most of it during a live stream over at twitch.tv/Vanillaraccoon. So if you haven't already done so, head on over there, drop a follow, but make sure you have notifications turned on so that way you know when I go live next. Kind of like how things are here on YouTube. Kind of odd that it's 2018 and that has to be the way that we make sure you guys get to see our content. And I see the sun is setting, so I'm going to try and be quick with this, but this is basically what I've done in between the previous clip and this one, along with in between that live stream where I went ahead and created this tree farm and recording this clip as well. So over here real quick, we do have a simple mob farm where mobs will see the eggs, they'll try to walk over, but they won't, and because they're going to fall right down there, they're going to take damage from the magma blocks. And then right beneath it we have a chest, a minecart chest system thingy. I'm pretty sure you guys know what I'm talking about, but I'll just go ahead and show you real quick so that way I don't accidentally say the wrong thing. But this is how the mob drops will be collected, and it'll be deposited into that chest right there. But this was basically, this little structure that we have right here was meant to just be something that goes with the tree farm. Now this is what it looks like on the outside, okay? This is pretty different from what we have going on with the builds over there, and more so close towards the shore. And that's for a good reason. As I was beginning to look at what we had for this build, the tree farm that is, I kept thinking to myself that I want to experiment with my building style, because I don't always like to build along the same theme in the same area. I like to mix things up every once in a while if it wasn't apparent already. So this is going to be our little way to get down into the chamber where we'll go ahead and have access to these chests right here. And then in the event that we have anything on our person that we would like to smelt or cook, then we could just go ahead and do so right here. And I completely forgot that I was smelting cobblestone into stone, and yep, right over here I have some more as well. Now you would think that I would have some hopper hoppers placed beneath but all these furnaces that will lead into the chest right here, but that is not the case. Instead, I'm just gonna go the old-fashioned way, just so I can make sure that I get the experience that I want. And then just for lighting purposes, I went ahead and just took some lava sources, placed it right beneath, I believe it's that cobblestone block right there, and it's just pouring down, and then one block deep into the floor is where it stops at. But I thought that was a pretty interesting way to light this room up, as opposed to going with a skylight or placing down torches or trying to hide away any light sources of whatsoever. Now this build right here is actually going to be a doghouse, believe it or not. When I was with my dog Phoenix earlier today, we may have been window shopping for some dog houses, and then eventually one thing led to another where I just started to look at other types of houses online that are for people, not dogs. But nevertheless, I thought to myself, since I have a reasonable amount of wolves right here, why not go ahead and build them a nice little doghouse? Now in real life, I do have my bed, or as I like to call it, the big bed, in one corner of the room, and then in the other side, or sometimes next to it, I'll put down Phoenix's bed. But like this wolf right here, at least she'll want to sleep on the big bed. So since it's already nighttime, let's go ahead and lay our head to rest so that we can make it the day. You sure you don't want to sleep on your bed? Okay, if you want to stay on the big bed, you can, alright? It's time to go sleep, alright? We had a good day, even though it's now a new day in Minecraft. So that is pretty much going to do it for this video, guys. As always, if you enjoyed it, then be sure to give it a like and consider subscribing to your new home for entertainment, Vanillaraccoon.com. But do not forget to turn on notifications. That way, if and when they work, you will be notified when a new video is available to watch, like, and share with your fellow peeps. As always, my name is Vanillaraccoon. Yous have been awesome. I would like to wish you a happy day, and peace out.